Hello and welcome back to another edition of GNAT-TV's In-Depth series. I'm Andrew McKeever. Today is Friday, January 30th, and we have a very special program for you today. We are here with one of the members of the Vermont Kid Governor Cabinet. Phoebe Bingham from Red Fox School is here. She is one of the members of the cabinet that was elected in the last few weeks, and she's also here with her teacher, Abra Kessler. And we're also very privileged to have, briefly for the start of the show, Secretary of State Sarah Copeland-Hands is joining us from Montpelier on Zoom. Madam Secretary, welcome back to GNAT.
It's so good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, one of the last times we had you down here, we had another student here who was winning an award for, two students actually who were winning an award. So we've got our streak going here. But anyway, I just thought before we kind of drill down and learn more about the Kid Governor program from these two folks here, wondered if you could kind of walk us through it a little bit and describe the program in general and what prompted you to bring it to Vermont. I guess there's only about 5 states in the country that are doing a Kid Governor program at the moment.
Yes, well, Kid Governor fits in so well with our office's focus on civic engagement and voter education. Because we know that in order for people to feel confident in making selections during the voting periods of the August primary or the November general election or even our March local meetings, people need to know how government works, right? And so we're always looking for good programming to help not only adults who are of voting age, but kids as well, to understand how our democracy works. The wonderful thing about Kid Governor is that in addition to giving kids an opportunity to think about how do I vote, how do I vet the candidates who are on my ballot, how do I decide which of the platforms I most like, it also gives kids the opportunity to think about one of the fundamental aspects of our democracy, which is that the point of government is that we come together to fix problems. Right? So it welcomes 5th graders to think about a problem that they see in the world or in their community or in their school, and then to put together some ideas on how to fix it. And so it was very exciting to see the many kids from across the state who put together a platform. I was very excited to see Phoebe's platform, and she did a fabulous job highlighting issues around children's access to mental health, and I hope she'll tell you all about it. But the cool thing about the program is that these kids learn how to solve problems and learn how to invite their peers to come together with them to solve problems.
So I'm assuming by at this point, Governor Phil Scott has had a chance to sit down with these future politicians of tomorrow and learn a few things from them.
Yes, we had a wonderful opportunity to sit with the governor in his State House office on Inauguration Day. So the Kid Governor and her 6 cabinet members all went in to meet with the governor and share their thoughts with him. It was a fun day, wasn't it, Phoebe?
Yeah.
I bet it was. Well, okay, any other questions for Phoebe before we get started?
Well, I am so excited that you're highlighting her ideas. And one of the cool things about the Kid Governor program is that all 7 kids can come together and pick parts and pieces of each of their platforms to try to highlight. So we certainly hope that over the course of this coming year, Phoebe and the rest of the cabinet will get a chance to highlight and make some progress in children's access to mental health. So thank you for highlighting this.
Well, it's my pleasure. This is definitely going to be one of the more enjoyable shows we'll do all year, I'm sure. Anyway,
leaves me with a smile every time.
Thank you very much again, Madam Secretary, for taking the time to be with us and share your ideas. This is certainly a very interesting idea, and it's amazing to me that there are more than 5 states doing it. But I'm sure once they hear from Phoebe here, all the other secretaries of state elsewhere around the country will, with the exception of where, Connecticut, Nebraska, New Hampshire, Oklahoma, and Vermont, will want to jump on it.
That's right. Empower these children.
All right. Well, thanks again. We'll let you get back to the meeting.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Take care. Okay, well, great. Well, Abra, let me start with you first. You know, as Phoebe's teacher, you know, where did the idea for, you know, be taking part in this program come from? Did you hear about it somehow or another and thought, oh, we've got to do this, or how did it all happen?
Yes, I mean it's funny. I am a part of, I don't know if you know this, the Front Porch Forum, which is like a
I do.
local.
Yep.
So I find all these really interesting different things happening, all these different events, and I saw that pop up, and it said, you know, this is going to be new in the state of Vermont. If any teachers are interested, and I'm always looking for something to engage my students. So I said, this sounds really interesting. So I got in touch with them, and Robin Palmer is at the state, and she is the person who I think specifically brought it to Vermont. And I think she shared with us that some students actually got in touch with her and said that they heard about this program from Connecticut. And they said, you know, can we do this in Vermont? And she was totally up for it and said, definitely. So then she called together, you know, she just got the word out there that it would be there in Vermont. So when I heard about it, I thought definitely, I mean, I love it. We do experiential learning at my school. I thought this sounded like such a good program, and civic education is so important. So it really worked out. It's nice.
So did you pitch the idea to all your students, and did a whole bunch of them want to jump in on it, or
So
did we just have one?
We have mixed grades in our school, and in our class is 4th and 5th grade, but it was only open to 5th graders. But the 4th graders could also learn about it, and they were a part of the lessons, and they could be a part of some different things that we did. We made posters about what makes a good leader, and they learned all about it. And then I proposed it, you know, anybody can do this, and most of the students did it. The 5th graders, they wanted to be a part of it. So they all did a great job. You know, they all had different ideas of what they wanted their platform to be.
Cool. Well, Phoebe, what interested you in taking part in this when you first heard about it from your teacher here?
Well, I thought it'd be really cool to, like, I've always heard adults talking about politics and stuff, and I was like, hey, that sounds cool, an adult, so why don't I do this?
Yeah, why not? So,
And also I wanted to have, like, a say in the world and stuff.
so what did you have to do then? Did you have to write an essay of some sort, or what was the process? How did it all work out?
Well, we did a lot of research on our platforms that we all wanted to do, and then we wrote a speech about it and presented it to the class, and then the class voted for who would be their representative.
Okay, so that was fairly straightforward then. Okay. Did you have a lot of competition?
I mean, all of the platforms were great topics. They're all really important. It was really impressive. But obviously, I mean, as you may be able to tell, Phoebe is just a natural leader and well-spoken, and her classmates really recognize that. So it's nice.
Well, I watched the speech you gave on your school's website there, where you made your presentation. That was very good.
Thank you.
I think you got a future in the business if
I know.
if you want. I don't know. So, okay, so you're interested in mental health, teen or children's mental health. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about why that's something you felt you wanted to emphasize in the course of being involved in this project.
Well, my dad's a counselor, and I myself have ADHD and anxiety, and he's always helped me through stuff, and I wanted kids who don't have a parent who's a counselor to feel safe in their minds instead of feeling like alone.
That there's help is available and you shouldn't be ashamed of reaching out if that was something you need.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in terms of that and some of the other duties, I wonder what would you be doing as a member of the cabinet? Are you going to be meeting with some of the other members of the cabinet? I think there's 7 altogether. Is that correct? Or how does it all work?
Well, we have monthly meetings, and we don't really have like assigned things like treasurer, secretary. We kind of all do all of it. And in the next meeting, I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about how we're going to start food drives to help Rosalind with her platform, because hers is homelessness. And we're going to start food drives, clothing drives, stuff like that.
Wow, very good. So, will you, in terms of the mental health piece, will you be, going to other schools to talk about that, or how will you get the word out about what it is you want to communicate about that?
I think something that we talked about is, that you could be continuing. I don't think there's something, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
That's
that you specifically, I don't know if you talked about that in your platform at the cabinet meetings, but that you could be following up, like we were talking. We wanted to follow up with her platform in the school.
Yeah, we haven't figured out the details, but we're going to figure out how to incorporate everyone in the cabinet's platform. Like, maybe do one step in their 3-point plan.
Okay. So, had you been interested in politics before this, or is this the first time you've really kind of dove into, what it's like running for office?
Well, like I said before, I've heard adults talking about it a lot, and so I usually listen to it, and I'm like, ooh, that happened over there. It's interesting to me to hear what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
But I've never been like a part of it.
Oh, very good. So what's been the reaction of your classmates to all of this, the fact that you were one of the 7 finalists out of the entire state? I mean, that's pretty remarkable. I mean, how many students altogether took part in this across Vermont?
It was
1,000 or so?
Well,
it
there
was
were
60 schools.
Right, okay. And yes, over 1,000 people voted. And they were just hoping, for just a couple of schools to be a part of it. And they were really happily surprised by all the involvement. So that was really exciting.
So they didn't expect that many schools to take part.
Right.
Huh? Interesting.
But this is definitely, obviously, teachers realize that this is a really important, step for civic engagement and everything. So it's really nice.
Because that's been a concern, I know, for many teachers over the past 15, 20 years or so at least, about civics education.
Yeah.
And how it's taught and how kids learn about their rights and responsibilities as citizens. So programs like this, I think, are extremely important as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, your classmates thought, great, this sounds good.
Yeah, at first they were disappointed, but they were disappointed that they didn't get in it.
Uh-huh.
But then whenever I got into the cabinet, I think they were really happy for me.
All right. Well, so you'll be going back up to Montpelier then at some point before your 1-year term is over, or?
Yeah, it's like we have meetings at once a month, and I think the next one is between February 4th through the 12th. I don't remember the exact date.
All right. Well, I'm sure she'll give them the real what they need to hear. Right?
Definitely.
Well, great. Well, thank you both for making the time to come down and share all this with you. This is very exciting stuff, and congratulations. And thank you as well, Mrs. Kessler, for making it all happen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
No, it's great.
sure that was an important role. But anyway, well, okay, we'll leave it there for today. Thank you both again, Abra Kessler and Phoebe Bingham from Red Fox School. You know, they're on their way, I guess, right? Thanks to all of you again for being with us today, and hope you found the show interesting. We'll see you again the next time. Thank you very much.